A sewing machine, a cooking pot and a box usually find no place in history. But at the Partition Museum in Amritsar, this memorabilia captures the hope and despair of millions who, clutching a handful of possessions, fled the slaughtering and rioting that engulfed India and Pakistan after they were carved into separate countries in 1947. This violent chapter of history had been almost forgotten, says the museum's co-founder Mallika Ahluwalia.
Using those objects and the stories that each of them tell, we're hoping that visitors here will understand what partition meant for each of the millions of people who lived through it.
These photos, objects and clippings shine a light on ruined homes, lives shattered and rebuilt, loved ones lost and found amid the carnage. A woman carried her wedding sari, her most precious possession. An 8-year-old girl pulled this box out of a ruined house, hoping to put new dolls to replace the ones left behind. This is a tribute to thousands of women who either jumped into wells or were pushed into them by their families to escape rape and abduction. But amid the carnage, there are examples of humanity.
That pulkari belonged to some woman who jumped into the well along with all her family members when they were attacked. But she was rescued by someone from another community.
Jagat Singh escaped the massacre in his village by crossing the Ravi River when he was 19. His most cherished possession is the documents for a student loan that enabled him to graduate and rebuild his life.
I had no money. I was living in a refugee camp. These receipts will help people understand the circumstances in which we completed our education.
The heavy price for independence paid by countless ordinary people leaves a deep impression on visitors like Praniti.
It just makes me feel so free and so privileged and so aware of how unaware I was.
The scars of partition still fester. The South Asian countries are bitter rivals 70 years later. But this last exhibit keeps the hope of reconciliation alive. A barbed wire tree strung with green leaves on which visitors leave messages. Anjana Pasricha for VOA News, Amritsar.